What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks so much for being here, for being subscribed. If you're not, go ahead and hit that button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit that like button. It's like walking into the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into this podversation. All right, guys. We all know the fallout that's been happening around djenvy, his partner, although we know he's been wanting to disassociate himself from him and say, no, he wasn't a partner. He is a victim like all the other victims, which I've spoken about that. I do not agree. But we all know that his partner, Pina, has been arrested and he's been released on a $1 million secure bond, which is some of that money that he's gotten from all of these people that he has defrauded in this Ponzi scheme, if you will, right? And I want to talk about this because, djenvy, just prior to Caesar being arrested by the feds, he came out and he made a statement on The Breakfast Club.
Everybody, is djenvy, Charlamagne the guy. We are The Breakfast Club. There's been a lot going on, Charlamagne.
Like what?
Don't say like what, man. There's been a million and one accusations.
Oh my God, no.
I'm being serious. So let me explain some things. I'm not, my attorneys don't want me to speak, but I think there's things that I need to clear up a little bit.
I think you should listen to your attorneys. Why don't light-skinned people like to listen? Hey, if your attorney told you don't say nothing, why are you talking?
Listen, so Caesar and myself did seminars. Now, the reason I did these seminars is because I wanted to uplift my community. I wanted to teach my community about real estate, things that I didn't know when I was first buying my first home. I wanted to teach our community about investing in generational wealth. So I did these seminars and brought industry professionals to all these seminars, whether it was real estate agents from different markets, contractors, conventional lenders, hard money lenders. I even brought auction.com to actually show people how to purchase houses online. That's what I wanted to do for my people. Now, Caesar, if he took money, I wasn't privy to it, nor did I even know. But I do understand how people feel if they did give him money, because I gave him a lot of money.
Jesus.
That I didn't see a dollar of return. But for anybody to say I was involved, that's totally not true. I would never. I've been on this radio I've been on radio close to 30 years, and never in my 30 years time did I do nothing but try to uplift people and show people a different way through the business mind. And I would never take a dollar from somebody.
I could be wrong, but I didn't see nobody accusing you of taking money. I just saw them say that they met Caesar because they heard you talking about Caesar.
Nah, they basically said I was privy to it, and that wasn't true. Not at all.
I from what I read in actual court papers, I didn't see that. They said that all these people are saying that they met Caesar because of you.
Right, and they're saying
I don't see nobody accusing you of taking no money.
To the point where if you read the court document, Caesar wrote an affidavit that says djenvy, Rashawn Casey, had no knowledge of me investing people's money.
I saw that too.
He wasn't there. He wasn't part of those conversations. He wasn't even nowhere in those meetings. And those are documents that's out there. So if we're going to talk about truth, let's talk about the truth. And those are the documents out there. And I know
you can't talk about the truth yet because your lawyers don't want you talking at all. So the smart thing to do is, I understand you want to say something to the listeners, and I'm sure the listeners appreciate it. But man, just wait until all the dust settles. And when all the dust settles, then we can get on this radio and have a real conversation. Until then, I don't think you should be saying any of this. But that's just me. Look at you. You can't even help yourself. What else you want to say now?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
All right.
But
when the dust settles,
okay,
you can have a real conversation with the audience.
But it's difficult because the stuff that you're hearing is like, that's totally not true. Like, it's not true. Like,
well, that's
fake news. Like, those are fake stories.
That should be enough. You know what the truth is. If you know what the truth is, don't worry about it, because the truth don't need no defense. The truth don't need no defense, just witnesses. That's it.
All right. Well, hopefully.
And by the way, you look very suspicious because you don't have your just per minute right now. So it's like the grades are coming in right here in the back. And you need a little haircut, so it just makes you look like, oh.
I just want to say this on closing. I've never stole anything from anybody, and I'll just leave it at that. What?
You know what rhymes with what?
What?
Butt. And from what I was told, you used to steal a lot of butt back in the day.
I can't. I'm trying to be serious here, and you're playing around.
Good old, big old queen from Queens.
When we come back, we got your rumor report. That's That's why I can't. You know what? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
All right, guys. So you heard that, and that was his statement, which it's ironic that Charlamagne's basically saying to him, because he has his experience with the law, if you know what I mean. So he was basically saying, your lawyer said you shouldn't say anything. I think you should listen to your attorneys. And Charlamagne knows of what he speaks because he's had his own experience. And currently, I believe he does too, because he and I believe iHeartRadio are being sued right now by his victim. I will say victim because he got lesser charges, but he yet and still was charged and did get sentenced when it comes to Jessica Reed many years ago. But anyway, I just wanted to say that because if you watch that clip, and I will put the link in the description box so that you can check it out, because I know here it's just audio. But when djenvy was speaking and you saw Charlamagne's facial expressions, it was very telling. And I'm not saying that Charlamagne knows a whole lot. But listen, they have listed the Breakfast Club that they are hiring for a DJ. But before I get into that, this thing about him saying he wanted to uplift the community. No, he wanted to uplift his pockets. And I don't know. I'm saying that I don't believe that djenvy was not aware of what is going on. Of course, he's going to say that, and he's going to say that he was not involved. But to live the type of life that he was living, I mean, seriously, to live the type of life that he was living when it comes to, I don't know how many gigs he was doing outside of the Breakfast Club as a DJ, and even how much money he would make from doing the car show. I mean, it wasn't like he was doing car shows every month. I just don't believe that he was not benefiting from it financially. Like, where did you think that the money was coming from? Were you not staying on top of things when it comes to the real estate investments, the actual houses or apartment complexes or whatever these things would be, to see like what was the progress on these doors, if you will? Like, what was actually going on? Like, were you just getting money and just taking his word for everything? You know what I mean? Because he was saying, partner with us, invest with us, with us, with us. When you listen to the videos of him promoting the Flipping NJ and the Flip to Dow projects that Cesarpina was promoting, and also on the Breakfast Club, he was saying us. But what I wanted to talk about with this situation is, one, the Breakfast Club, they have posted a job listing that they're searching for a new co-host. And some people are saying, well, yeah, they're trying to replace djenvy. And some are saying, well, they're still looking for a replacement for Angela Lee. They haven't found that replacement yet. They've had these guest co-hosts such as Jess Hilarious, Claudia Jordan, Lala. I don't know, she still goes by Anthony. But anyway, just to name a few. And maybe those people have not fulfilled what they're looking for in terms of a replacement for the Angela Yee spot. But anyway, when you look at the job listing for the Breakfast Club co-host, the compensation for that position is between $130,000 to $330,000. That honestly is not a whole lot of money. And yeah, that's a big gap between 130 and 330. But yet and still, if you're living, I guess djenvy was living in New Jersey. Even if you're living in New York, that's not really a whole lot of money, because the cost of living up there is extremely high. And for the type of lifestyle that he was living, with those extravagant vehicles and the gifts that he was given to his wife that she tried to scrub from her social media, I had previously talked about that. You can't tell me that, because this situation with the Cesar Pina stuff had been going on for a lot of years. This is 2023. We're talking going back to as far as 2017. That's a long time. You know what I mean? And I don't really know what type of lifestyle Charlamagne is living, because I don't follow him. I don't follow any of these people, but I don't really hear a whole lot about his personal life and showcasing that. And he's actually from where I live near. But anyway, that is irrelevant. But I'm just saying, I don't really see that about him. But the position ranges from $130,000 to $330,000 a year. So how was he able to live that type of lifestyle that he was living? And yeah, you're doing DJing and you're doing the car show, but it seems like to me, the real money that he was benefiting from and that the lifestyle that he was living afforded him was based off of the Ponzi schemes that were going on. But two, what I wanted to discuss is the fact that where are the Breakfast Club bosses? Like, who actually runs the show? Like literally, who runs the show? Because the fact that this stuff was allowed to go on for so long, not just the fact that Cesar was on here promoting his businesses, but did they not vet and research these people? Because we know the Breakfast Club, they will allow celebrities, it's mainly celebrities and more so in the music industry, but others too, over the years, to come on the Breakfast Club to speak, and they interview them and they ask them questions and whatnot. But when it comes to people like Cesar, when it comes to people like Dr. Umar Johnson, who some see as a grifter at this point in time, because we still don't see a school built. I believe he bought a building, but has anyone been educated in these spaces yet? I don't believe so. But yeah, he's still online getting donations for the school. But anyway, most nationally syndicated or even locally syndicated, I mean, what type of leadership do they have down there where they were just allowing djenvy to bring someone on this show multiple times to talk about this stuff that he was involved in? Isn't there a conflict of interest? Wasn't there some things that were put in place they should have been when it comes to these people who work on these programs not being able to do stuff like this? They allowed this. So where are the Breakfast Club bosses? Like, seriously. Because when I heard about this happening, and I heard that this man had been on that show several times, and they were talking about their partnership and their business and these seminars, it wasn't like they were running a charity. You know what I mean? This was some shady business dealings that somebody or some people who were supposed to be running the ship down there at the Breakfast Club via iHeartMedia and iHeartRadio were asleep at the wheel, because this should not have ever been allowed. Period. This shouldn't have ever been allowed. The fact that he was able, djenvy was able to have someone on that program multiple times that he was doing business with, even though at present time he's trying to say that he wasn't involved and they weren't partners and he wasn't aware of what was going on, and he's a victim too because he invested his money also. No, that I just don't buy that. But I guess the investigation is still going on, because I'm not saying that I want him to go to jail or get charges or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm just basically saying that it's just not looking like he wasn't aware of what was going on, and they allowed this to happen at the Breakfast Club on his job. This isn't his own platform. He doesn't own the Breakfast Club. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, who is in charge down there? It sounds like they need to be hiring for some other people who are behind the scenes, who are the bosses at the Breakfast Club at this point in time, and not just trying to hire another radio DJ, whether it's a replacement for Angela Yee or djenvy or all three. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what really needs to happen. But the fact that they sit on these chairs that are supposed to look like thrones, like they are kings or whatever. I mean, I feel like they, meaning the alleged supposed bosses at the Breakfast Club, allowed that ego to get to these people's heads to feel that they were running the show like that. Honestly, because let's even just remove the cesarpina, which is a big thing, obviously, but let's remove that for the moment. And the real estate Ponzi scheme, let's just remove that for the moment. Just the fact that he was allowed to have Tyrese come on the show. Tyrese was supposed to be a guest. He was thinking he was being interviewed about what, I don't know, because I don't follow him. I don't know what other projects or things that he has going on or whatever at this point in time. But djenvy, he made it personal, and he was talking about his wife and Tyrese speaking to his wife and how he was speaking to his wife and how that warranted him getting boxed in the mouth and all this. That was alone, just that right there. I was like, who are the people who are the leaders of this programming to allow something like this to happen? Because again, the Breakfast Club is not djenvy and Charlamagne the God's own platform. They don't own that. They are employees on it. And it just didn't make any sense to me. So I don't know who's running the show down there, but apparently it's just like a free-for-all, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, whoever you want to have on here, and just a number of other inappropriate things have happened down there over the years. I'm not going to go into all of that stuff, but it's just really weird and strange to me that those people who are behind the scenes, who are the bosses, who are supposed to be the ones that really make the decisions, are allowing stuff like this to go on. Absolutely insane. So I just wanted to talk about that, guys, because I don't understand it. I don't know if any changes are going to be made to that. And I'm going to share a video done by Tonetalks, and he discussed the Breakfast Club, and he went into it a whole lot deeper when it comes to politics and other things like that. He shared a lot of great information and why he feels like the Breakfast Club needs to be canceled. So I'm going to put a link to that video in the description box. Go check it out. Subscribe to his channel. He shares a lot of great information, and I enjoy his content, and a lot of it is just really truth. It's just truth. And whether it's unpopular opinion or popular opinion, he really doesn't care. He just shares the straight facts. He is a legitimate attorney, not like the lead attorney, which I feel is a big joke. But anyway, just going to share that video. Let me know your thoughts about all of this, guys, in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until the next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.